This is the commentating team of Mark Vanderpost, Nick Beelby, and Theo Moore. Here commentating the Dogma Groot game.
Yeah, good. Well, thanks for that. It's good to be here. Really enjoying this game, actually.
Yeah, it's looking to be a stunner of a game. Now the hand has come up, the pull is ready, and it's thrown. Oh, and it's a nice pull straight down the field.
Nice receive from Joe Pena. Declan's got it. Pena. They're running a horizontal stack. Looks like they don't actually have an open sequence of cuts, and so it's gone back to the receivers. Oh, that's a nice pull down early from Sam Linnartz.
Indeed, great hands from Sam Linnartz there. Way to run the cut, get the throw. And who was it that threw that? That was a really nice backhand, actually. Quite buttery, one might say.
Do you think...
So we have on the line for Groot now, we have Tristan Mercer. Looks like is he going on, or is he eyes? He's made up his mind. Number 80, Tristan Mercer, is on the field.
We've also got Ben Waller, there's Billy, I think that's Miller Mercer, Hamish Gibson, Hamish Furness, and another who I can't quite make out here.
All right, Nick and Theo, what are we hoping to see from the Groot offense this afternoon?
Well, I want to see them exploit their fitness, because I know a few of the guys on that team, especially Ben Waller, they can run for years. So that we want to put them in a horizontal stack, maybe get them some ISOs and just let them run the opposition straight into the ground.
Okay, and the pull from Rich Fernando. Looks like it's going to hang off the sideline. It's coming back in. Not quite past.
Billy has it, looking downfield. Fakes the forehand, Tristan's gone. Oh, Ben Waller's going. Can he get there?
It's floating. He's got the speed.
It's a great
Rich
cut
Fernando
and a
had
great
no take.
throw.
Score is 1-1.
Yeah, a couple of big deep puts there from both teams to start off this game. Really good to see. Really, really fun ultimate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving these deep cuts. As you saw there, Ben Waller, who I mentioned previously, running straight deep. Fast and fit. That man can run.
Yeah, straight off the bat, the Dogma defense, even though they're wearing Credo on their shirts, it's a trademark issue at the moment, so I think they're actually trying to sort out the legislation there. But so we'll call them Team Dogma. They came down on man, but they had Tom Fraser, who was poaching the lane early. I'm not sure if he lost his player or they actually had that as a set play. I guess we'll find out the next time they're on defense.
So for the lineup of Groot, we have James Maguire is on the left, also known as Magpie. Then we have Nicholas Whitlock, followed by Tim Meyer-Smith and Rutan, Grayson Lee. Excuse me, please leave the commentating box, Ben Waller. Yeah, you can.
Oh, beautiful bit there. Sam Linnartz is able to keep it out of the hands of Grayson Lee. Joe Pena covered the first time on the dump pass, but gets free the second time. Beautiful backhand to the back corner. Sam Linnartz walks that in. There's a beautiful connection there from two very senior players in the Christchurch squad.
Yeah, so we saw there another long put, not huge, but a decent distance, middle distance, and yeah, so I think we're gonna see them try to clamp down on those long options now, which might open up the unders for the offense.
Yeah, there's a little bit of wind. For New Zealand, it's not terribly prohibitive of the style of play that we like to play here, but it is quite noticeable, and hopefully we'll see that play into the hands of a stronger defense as the game gets on, because I'm really feeling that the defense on both teams currently is a bit reactionary. There's no real prediction on where the disc is going. They're just sort of following the offense and hoping for the best. Would you concur?
I would, yes, I would.
Good, yeah.
That's a fickle.
Let's go, Dogma, red hot!
Pull up
Okay, so
from
it looks like
Pena.
we got Jordan Tan here with the disc.
I shouldn't
Deep
really
cut
call
there
him.
from Billy.
I shouldn't call him Pena. It's
Hamish Gibson
Penaya.
to Miller Mercer.
No deep option.
Resets to Hamish Furness. Back to Billy.
Oh, there's a clog in the lane here. Not looking tidy. They're not looking to swing it. Finally, it gets to the other side and it's under pressure. Beautiful defense on all of the unders there from Dogma.
Yeah, that was unlucky for Miller there. He got a good hand to it, but couldn't quite keep control of it. Now it's Dogma with the disc. It's Tifo with the disc now. Tom Fraser.
To Keller. Keller's looking for the reset option. That boy has some speed, but he's not terribly comfortable on the sidelines.
That's a turnover there, so it's gone back to Groot. Similar turnover there, just couldn't quite bring it in there.
So Groot gets a chance to get back the row point. They're taking it slow, setting up. Looks like a vertical stack. Hamish Gibson with the disc.
Fake.
Oh, and it's a great cut by number 39.
The Irish import
Faked off, though.
well and truly faked out on that one, but thankfully it was quite a late cut. Too much jinking, and the offense does look it off. Break pass, 2 break passes in a row. Good sequence. Gibson's obviously looking for the longer
That's a
option.
huge hammer.
He did not look for a reset.
Oh.
Tom Fraser with the defense.
But you know, it was a nice hammer though. Had good shape and went half the field. Just needed to be slightly further into the end zone.
Maybe slightly earlier too. I think it would have come off had it been
Definitely.
to a
Yeah, the
running
defense
receiver.
certainly had time to get under that and make a defensive play. It's a big athletic bit from Tom Fraser, sorry. I might hear about that one later.
He likes to climb. Now here his middle name's Edmund.
That's a gorgeous
Tristan
grab.
Mercer. And a huge spike. Throws it way up in the air. Great work by Tristan Mercer.
He just rips that over his defender. That was good handles right there.
Score is 2-all.
So, Mark, as a member of the Christchurch Ultimate community, how do you feel Dogma are playing, and are they playing their signature style, would you say?
Well, that's actually quite interesting because in the last 2 years, there's been a large turnover of the experienced players. The Christchurch men's team of 3 years ago has absolutely no real reflection on the team today. I really do feel that they've done a good job of unifying the players to be competitive, and it's quite nice to see some good, strong connections early in this game. I do feel that both teams are sort of feeling each other out. I think that possibly the group players have a bit more nerve at the moment. They look a bit edgy, whereas the Dogma guys seem to be settling in early, which is quite nice to see.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's a factor. With Hamish Gibson's hammer and whatever else was there, there's a drop over here. I think Dogma so far has been a lot more solid than Groot, although the scoreboard might not.
Looking for a
Show that.
horizontal setup. Sanders needing to reset. I think they're not terribly sure on where the sideline truly is. As Phil Rennick finished his cut outside the field of play. Grayson Lee with the And a call on the play, so that's going to go back.
I think it's a stall-out call there. Good to see Ben Waller really using those hand signals. Oh, is it?
Here we go, Groot. Clinical finishing from here.
Okay, so that was an uncontested stall-out there with 9.22 seconds apparently he had the disc for.
The wonders of modern technology.
This is Matthew McCulloch with the disc. Swings it to Whitlock, straight to James Crosby.
All open side cuts at the moment. Credo's defense is just trailing behind.
Oh, a big scuba from Whitlock. That is
Very
that's
open
gorgeous. I think that's Alex Meist with the score, or Baby as he's called.
Dogma looked a bit lackluster on that play there, I must say. Giving up the open side cuts and then the uncontested scuba across the end zone.
Maybe they're feeling a little too comfortable early on.
Yes, definitely.
Just imagine it's a duet, karaoke night.
Okay, so on the line for the defense for Groot, we have Ben Waller, Matthew McCulloch, Alex Meist, or Baby. That's Rutan, Tim Myers-Smith, and James Crosby, and that last one is James Maguire, or Magpie.
Number 6, I think, is related to Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bing Crosby. Notice the name. Pull across field. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit, so this should be a fairly interesting game. Vertical stack, starting cuts. Ollie pulls that down. Great reception. Looking a little panicked. He's getting nudged around by the defense, and rightly so.
And this looks to be a pick, I believe.
The clearing patterns of that offense was kind of the cause of that pick, I'd say, more than anything.
Yeah, they all seem to set up in the middle and kind of run around. Not a good idea.
Declan collects. Oh, good jink there from Toby Sutherland.
Woo!
Calm, controlled. Oh, little
Cool, yeah.
25. Thank you.
Seems to be a bit of discussion happening here.
Sure what the
Number
call
25 is stepping to the right, possibly indicating where he was standing or moving, or possibly even the defender stepping into a space, I might believe.
I've seen very similar moves in certain establishments on Saturday nights.
Yes, let me tell you, I'm taking note of these
Just for tomorrow night, even.
for tomorrow
the-
night, you know.
After the games on Saturday.
Hit up number 25, give me some of those moves.
Take note, kids. Take notes.
Right, it's back in.
Sutherland to Grogan. Looking for some handler isolation. Beautiful flick out to Ollie.
Great score
Ollie
by
Foster
Dogma.
with the
Ooh,
score.
Bit of a spike there from Oliver Foster.
I'd be rightly excited about that one too.
Yeah, open side cut, roast your man,
Yeah.
get the score.
Roast him like a tray of hazelnuts. That's the way. I might try and call the line again here. We have Hamish Furness, number 1, Tristan Mercer, number 2, Miller Mercer, number 3. Those two are cousins, by the way. Hamish Gibson, number 4. Billy Armstrong, 5. Can't quite see who's number 6. And Jordan Tan is number 7.
Okay. On Dogma, Rich Fernando to pull. Defense coming down. There should be quite a bit of time there. And it's coming in.
Oh, that's a lovely pull.
Dogma D really were holding off there. They could have put a lot more pressure on. But they've clamped down with the zone. Cup seems a little bit cramped at the moment. Hopefully Dogma identify that and exploit it with some wide swing options.
Yeah, that tight cup is really putting the pressure onto Groot. They're getting forced back into the back of the zone. Swinging it now. It's to Tristan Mercer. Now looking for some downfield. Gives it to Hamish Furness, to Hamish Gibson.
Bit of pressure taken off there now as they're out of their own goal
Oh,
line.
that is a gorgeous catch. The athleticism there was phenomenal.
Transition to man. Downfield cutters are still in a little bit of disarray.
Oh,
and a
big layout
beautiful
D there from
layout
Tom
D there.
Fraser.
Can you believe it?
Thomas back at it again with the layouts. When will he stop?
I'll pass over to VDP here since he can commentate the Dogma offense.
I really was having trouble trying to contain myself just then. Let's be honest, that was amazing, D. Beautiful defense. Great transition. Sets it up for Tom. And now they've got the opportunity to score. Jams it in the jam hole. Sanders to the newly minted James Fletcher. Number 31. New this season to the Dogma roster.
So it seems that the momentum has swung back in Dogma's favour after a couple of easy points at the start. Groot's looking pretty down, as you can see. No, not Rutan. He's happy.
A big cheer there from Groot.
Yeah.
Mate, Rutan, there's one happy man. You can sign me up for the Rutan clan any day.
Well, with a smile like that. Commentary box has fallen silent just from the excitement of that last point. I think we just had to take stock for a little bit. It's pretty good.
That was oh, that was indeed. I gotta say, Tristan Mercer's catch layout thing. He just went horizontal immediately without any momentum in any direction. It was beautiful.
It was a beautiful thing.
And great pull by Dogma right over to the side of the field.
Just past the brick mark. Pressure is on early. They're running
great cut by
horizontal
Billy.
stack.
Oh! Massive layout from Tristan Mercer.
Tristan seems to be getting all the layouts today. He just won't stop.
He really did have Renice, I think it's Italian. Renice, Phil. Had him beat just by a couple of steps early on, and they were.
How tall would you say he is, actually?
Oh, he's a 6'7". He's a behemoth, isn't he?
He's a monster of a man. Look at him. I would not want to go deep against that man.
Flounder Linnarts. Downfield receivers. Running their channels. Sam gets a beautiful break to Tom Fraser. Richards was free for the continuation there, but I think his footwork just wasn't quite right for Tom to feel comfortable throwing that. So retraction of the call. It was a down call from Gibson on Linnarts' throw. It will be coming in on 0. just a quick shout out to everyone who's watching this game live. Hello.
Yes, hello indeed.
Welcome to sunny Upper Hutt.
The weather's really turned up.
Ooh, and it's gone up.
Oh, just gone up to Flounder. If it sits down,
Great throw.
no defense
Good
options.
catch.
Oh, he's put it up.
Another one.
Can Sam pull it down? Oh, that was huge!
That's the way. Oh, and a massive spike. That's
What a
the way.
sky. He got up. He climbed the ladder.
Groot's defense. They tried. They really did try that point.
You know, they just couldn't do anything.
It's really trailing those options.
I mean, good defense, better offense.
I think that's the second break in a row there for Dogma, I think.
Score is 5-3.
Okay.
Oh, and it's a timeout.
Timeout called.
Dogma has pushed Groot into a corner from which no large tree man can escape.
And just to fill some time, I think we'll do a little bit of a cappella from two fellow classmates, Nick and Theo.
Say a cappella?
What
What song? Surely.
What's a good song?
Any requests?
Any requests? Do you guys have any requests for a song for us to sing?
Surely Total Eclipse of the Heart.
I don't know the words.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
I know some of the words.
You don't know all the words?
Every now and then.
Every now and then I get a little bit nervous.
Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you now.
That was wonderful, guys. Thank you for
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
That actually brought our smiles out from the crowd behind us.
It's a big crowd here to watch this game between two giants of the New Zealand ultimate scene.
Yeah, you can't quite see it, but just behind the camera, there are no less than 8 dozen people. Pretty close to 100 people.
I thought you were going to say 8 there, and I thought that may have
Yeah,
been
I
more
was like,
accurate.
ooh,
But
no. I'd say it's definitely closer.
Might have been 8 to a dozen.
No, I think it is closer to 8 than
Dozen.
8 dozen.
Okay.
I'm glad
A dozen?
I'm
Yeah.
glad we got a lot of hard-hitting analysis on during that timeout.
Oh yeah. So anyway, analysis-wise,
Oh, just out of curiosity, if anyone is seeing a little bit of action on the far field, that is a women's game. It is the Christchurch Checkers, the top Christchurch women's team, against I think an Auckland team, Zodiac, the Auckland team, Zodiac. We won't be able to see them. Sorry, we're just talking. Oh. Okay.
Back to some play-by-play commentary.
Very
So
good
we missed the
commentary, I must add.
analysis, but you know it happens. So on Dogma's side, they seem to be discussing some defensive strategies, possibly a zone we're about to see.
That'd be interesting. That'd be the first second zone. I'm sorry, we've seen today.
Any poaching options? It's not actual laziness. It is pre-organised poaching into the lane.
Of course.
Good ball reception there from Furness.
And it is indeed a zone. Groot seems to be quite contained. They can't quite get it out of their own little area, but
They
they're
have 6
slowly
people
working it up.
within 20 metres of the disc.
Oh, and they get a big throw upfield.
Straight over the top of Dave Sanders. That was pretty close.
Yeah, you got a big hand to that. Couldn't quite.
Ben managed to get the position, but he
Oops.
couldn't quite bring it down.
Quick movement there
Up
from
again.
Fraser and Fernando. Can he pull it down? Oh! 99 with this close.
And Groot's immediately back on offense. And the Dogma's taking some time to set up the zone, but now they've put on the cup and they're starting to contain a little more. Great IO through the middle. Swing out to the side.
Oh.
Tristan
going
with
up.
the disc, he hucks it. Oh,
that
To
is
the
it's a
open
money
player.
throw
Oh.
straight to Hamish Gibson.
Straight down.
And I think that's Miller Mercer with the score.
I'd say Tristan Mercer's my MVP so far.
When you get one turnover with a zone, you got to be happy with that. You can't expect 2.
Yeah.
But that was a beautiful put to get Group back on to 4.
Yeah, well, what Theo was saying that Tristan's been the standout for him this game. I'd have to agree. He's definitely right up there with that big grab earlier in the game. He's had a couple of big grabs actually, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's been keeping the Groot offense alive.
He really has, yeah. A lesser man might have turned that over, but not Tristan Mercer.
How tall would you say Tristan Mercer is, Nick?
Well,
6'8", 6'9"?
He's in the behemoth level.
Pushing on 7.
He is a large person.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that one.
If you've ever seen Supernatural, looks a bit like one of the Sam Winchester. That's it. Quite big, long hair, good at frisbee.
It's true. Not many people know that about Sam, but there you go.
Short, sharp pull from Groot. Handler's doing some basic movement. Keller's open on the under. No real continuation there. Hopefully looking for a reset option. Very tight handler movement again. Kanaya with a layout bid option. Very close, but that generates a turnover. Good pressure there from Groot on the reception.
Swings it to Whitlock. Whitlock looking downfield now.
Oh, he's got to put it long. He's got to put it
He's
long
engaged
now.
his stump. Yeah, gives that to Matt McCulloch. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name, sorry.
The open
Correctly,
side. Some continuation passes there if the receiver actually recognises the space.
It's Whitlock with the disc now. Looking for
The upper
Crosby.
hand there.
Puts it
There
up.
was the mismatch earlier.
Oh, great grab from Crosby. And another spike.
Immediately into the spike. Throws his finger up in the air like he doesn't care.
And that was a really good mark as well there from whoever was marking. I think it was Whitlock. He got a good touch on that.
Scores all swings and roundabouts at the moment. It's 5-all. Credo's still up one break on this, which is I have to be ambivalent, don't I? I can't say that's good or bad. It's exciting. It's what it is.
Nick and I, who both play for Wildcats, don't have a dog or a ma in this fight, so... Dogma.
Or a regrowing
That
tree.
could have been a lot better.
Miller Mercer has entered the commentator's box.
Hi guys.
Please refrain from touching Nick's hat. Nick Bilby does have, in fact, a very nice hat on today. It's one of those helicopter ones. Spins around. It's a great time.
Yeah, it's got the rainbow colours on it as well. It's really it's a
You know,
nice hat.
this
I'm
is
really
really
proud of it.
the analysis I come to. Like, you know, you got to think about the hats on the sideline. How does that affect the players? Oh, excuse me. Could you sorry, we just had
Thanks,
some
yeah, it
obstructions.
Slow pull reception. Handlers are working it back and forth. Defense is now set. No continuation cuts. Sam's gone and stepped it deep. It's floated. Misread from both, but thankfully Sam's got the legs to pull that in. There's someone open on the break side. Good spike there. Good spike there.
Yeah,
Sam
you can really
Linnart's
tell with
to
all
yellow
these
shoes.
spikes, you can really tell how much this game means to both teams. Every time they come up with a big play, there's a big spike to go along with it.
I'm going to say his name's Kalani Iranon.
I can't refute
wouldn't
that.
know.
It was a genuine spike. It's an Iranon spike. It's a trademark.
Well, I think there's a ratio of spike to big playness. You gotta, you know, if you
Yeah.
have a bigger play, you have to have a bigger spike. If you have a smaller play and you do a big spike, you just, you know, it doesn't look good. Not for the cameras.
It
That's
detracts
interesting.
from the play, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the play that led to the reception and the score was amazing, but because they were trying to continue the point to finish the point, they couldn't celebrate until that last catch.
I think that's more of a kind of you don't really spike just that hard, but you go and run to someone else who made the great play
That's
before,
true,
and you kind
that's
of
true.
you know have a laugh with them. Say like, oh yes, that was a great play indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest spikes come at the end of like a really, really intense period of play with a big play right at the end of it just to top it off. That's when the players really, they really feel it.
They let loose.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's Hamish Furness with the disc, swinging it across. Good chase from Nando
Good
there.
pressure on the
Richard
defense.
Fernando. Nice
Rennick's
undercut
covering
from
Tristan.
Mercer.
He went for the deep shot. Fully
Oh, a
covered by
huge layup, big.
That was amazing there from Penaya.
He put so much pressure on Billy Armstrong, can't quite get there. Goes over both of them.
Nick Bealby is briefly leaving the commentating box for some unresolved issues.
Slow and steady with the hand reset option there. Waiting for the downfield cutters to find some open space. Living with it. Losing a few metres, but not too bad. Oh, they really need to look for that bounce. They're holding it onto the high side of the field. High side being the side that is being defended actively by Groot right now. Beautiful break mark to...
Another great play by Dogma. I gotta say they are pulling ahead right now. They're in Groot's head and they're not stopping.
The little generals, Penaya and Frazier.
Thomas Fraser's first point of the tournament, you say? It happens. He has made some cool layouts, but unfortunately when you don't catch them, no point. Nick Bilby is back, thankfully.
Do you say if you don't catch it, it's not a point? Is that I didn't quite catch that?
I did indeed say that. Some people think that it's enough to just lay out, but you also have to catch it.
It's a fair point.
Unless you're on defense, in which case you can just hit it to the ground.
Thank you so much for that in-depth analysis of the rules. Actually,
I actually do have advanced accreditation, so.
I actually wish we had a chat a few years earlier. It would have been quite beneficial.
All right. What's going on here? So I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm talking right now because I entirely missed the end of that last point. So I'll hand it over to someone else.
Just give you a brief rundown of what happened. You probably all saw it on TV.
It was
Unlike
active bewilderment.
Nick Bilby. But it was just a great play by Dogma. They kept it chilly, hit the break side, and scored.
Gorgeous. It's a big pull.
I've got to say, watching Joe and Tom work it up as they did, it's like the little engine that could, They just keep chugging.
It's beautiful, really. Poetry in motion.
So now Groot coming up against that same zone, I think. Hamish Gibson to, I think that's Billy Armstrong.
It really is heavy
Nice
around the
layout
disc.
there.
They're trusting that Sanders covers all the options deep. Saw that he was able to earlier. It's coming up around 30% of the time.
There was a bit of a fumble there from Billy Armstrong. A bit unfortunate. But, so they'll be looking to win it back. I'm sure Dogma's going to be looking to put this in.
Yeah, 2 meters out from the goal line. Chances are good. Flounder to Grogan. To a very, very open time.
And
That is
another point for Dogma.
so good. That's half time.
That's half.
What a way to take off.
Let's hope they regroup. And we'll talk to you again shortly.
Okay.
We can keep talking. Okay.
Are we online? Okay, cool.
Sure. So
I hope you're armed very well with your soapbox.
my soapbox is the soapiest of boxes. Now, so how's the weekend going, Mark? How are you thinking? Dogma's going to do? What do you think they'll eventually place?
Well, the goal, as always, for every team that's competitive in their own regions is to take out the tournament. The Credo Club has won a number of tournaments in recent years. Has been national champs in both the mixed and in the open 2 years ago. and I think a little bit of a hiccup last year, just in terms of having to recruit more players, bit of development. I'd say that they have a very good shot, depending on how the Sunday morning goes, or the Saturday afternoon, depending on how the timetable goes, as to whether they will make it into the final. But I feel that they'll have a very good shot.
Well, I mean, they are challenging the expected finalist Groot, and they're up 8-5. So I mean, if they get in a run like they have here, they can just keep rolling and just score points.
And quite convincing too. To be honest, they had the early flare from Groot, which looked pretty exciting. But there's a lot of people on Team Dogma from Credo Club that are just workhorses. Not too flashy, just quick, punchy, and they get the job done.
One such person might be Nando, who's going to come in for a cameo now. Player interview. So Nando,
So first question from Thermal.
So how's it going out there in the field? How you liking it? How you feeling? Defense, offense, how's it going?
Yeah, well, we knew that coming into this game that Groot does have a strong handling core. They are a bunch of young players who have a lot of game experience in terms of that being their main players in that game. We're just trying to mix it up a bit on defense, make them have a bit of different looks, and from what we're seeing is it's creating a little confusion there, and I think that's where we generated the turns. A few miscues by them, but we're seeing that last play that was a tough shot by them, with Phil bearing under and putting a lot of pressure on. So boys are working hard, and it's great to see that the first half is going in our favour. It'll be a tough second half. They're going to come out firing, no doubt.
Well, you're doing great out there.
I don't really have any questions. I was just gonna say Nando's hair has always been something that I admire. So it's very nice. When you see him out on the field, number 54, he's got a nice little bun there. He's got very long hair.
It's a good man bun.
It is indeed.
And as he heads back to his team, would like to say thank you to Rich Fernando for his invaluable insight into his.
I feel like I'm on the field.
Well,
no.
For all intents and purposes, you are.
So you've seen a lot, especially with Nando, and Dogma's D-line. They're really running down there on the pull chases. I mean, Nando gets down there really quick, sets up immediately, puts on that pressure. What do you think the difference in mentality is for an O player and a D player? How do you have to change your mindset to suit the different roles?
Would this be a personal question, or is that?
Yeah, it's a personal question. Like Mark, how do you do it?
Well, that's not fair. So actually, to be honest, I can't lie about this. I've always been a defensive player. I'm very reactionary. I like to read people and then try and react just prior to what they're doing. After I've sort of understood what they're doing, and you can't have that mindset. That's not an offensive mindset at all. If you go in like that, you tend to make mistakes very quickly, because you're trying to adjust to what you see, as opposed to having a set gameplay and working through that.
It still is though. It's quite a thinking way of defense. See, when I play defense, I'm more of I have to hype myself up, and I start breathing heavily, stare at the guy, and I'm like, I hate this guy. And then I try to just stick with him, and I try to screw up all of his cuts. And on offense, you try to do that, you also get more excited, and you just turn it away because you're like, I got this, and then you throw it out of the end zone. So I mean, you might be able to hear that Dogma chair quite threatening. Actually,
they're pretty excited.
They're coming out ready for the half. So the score is 8-5 here. Groot looking to come back. You can see their calm warm-ups. Game faces are on. I think the second half is when the real battle begins.
So Groot came second last year at the national champs. Dogma came. Dogma came fourth. I definitely think Dogma could improve on that, so they look like a much better side from last year. They really look like they've got Groot in a bit of a sticky situation.
Can't disagree. You know, it's almost reminiscent of the actual Groot in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, who originally dies.
Do go on.
And then, you know, he's a large tree man. He dies, and then he comes back as a little tree man. And Dogma is still a large thing. And the Groot at the moment is just, they're a little tree man.
Please stop.
Pull's gone up. Eric Richards, low and slow to keep it out of the wind. Bit of fumbling there early. Vertical stack on the play. They're looking for the undercuts to someone with a big arm, I think. Not quite connected there. Connected now, looking up and long, just as expected. Should be an easy score to Armstrong. Good jink there. That's some great movement there from Groot. Good calm handlers, waiting until they get it to the big arms, because it was only undercuts, and then as soon as it got to one of them, it was sent long for 2 open players.
Yeah, and again you see Tristan Mercer putting in some work. It's great to see, and I really hope Groot can come back from this and make this a tight game. Maybe a bit of universe at the end there would be interesting.
Yes, as you saw there, Tristan Mercer again making plays. He really is a great long cutter and receiver.
That's kind of the same thing, Theo.
Yeah. Well,
I
some
didn't teach
people
you any of those
long
dance
cuts
moves.
to open up space for others, you know, primary. But Tristan is a man who gets the
Good
business
insight
done.
there from Tom, thanks.
So yeah, on the line for Groot, it looks like we have. Is that Magpie?
Yeah, so this is Magpie here, like Maguire, Whitlock, that's Grayson Lee, Rutan, Tim Myers-Smith, and there's Alex Meist, or Baby, and with the pull was Matthew McCulloch.
So the wind, as you're seeing it on screen, is going from bottom left to top right.
As you can see, Matt disappointed in his pull. It's taking a while to get down the field, but he's made it now. So we're in the game and we're ready to go.
Flounder for the check. Too early undercuts. No real passion in the downfield at the moment.
Oh, great
Looking
D
for the
from
bailout
Whitlock.
option. Oh, that is exciting there for Groot.
Bookends for Nick Whitlock.
Shoot. I think Dogma have come out a bit flat after half. Just there, there honestly was no pressure from Groot at all. There was just no cuts, no flow. Very static dump.
I actually find that a lot after a good first half. It's really difficult to keep the same mindset going into the second half. You know, you can fall out, get a bit comfortable. Your throws aren't as good, your cuts aren't as good. You relax, and then wham bam, Groot has 2 points on you, and it's 8-7.
No, thank you, ma'am.
Indeed. So it looks like Hamish Gibson is walking off the field after telling Groot to do some things. So I'm interested to see what the things that he told them to do are, and if they can indeed pull them off.
I'm pretty sure there's someone on the Dogma team that also has done a similar role, but I think they're staying on the field to make sure that it's being done. Slight variance between General and Commander.
Can you repeat that, Nick Bealby?
Could you please take off my glasses, Theo? I need to put some sunscreen on.
Good pull there.
I have taken
Slow
off
movement.
Nick's glasses and we're back in the game.
I'd like to thank him for that.
I wish I could scream, Tom, please come back under. Number 23 on Dogma. Here he comes, Yellow Boots. Screaming into the open side, and it's gone over him. Justin pulls that in. Good get out of jail huck there. Declan Grogan. Back to Justin, who pulls it down.
That was a great catch.
Pretty happy about that.
You know, there's been a lot of individual plays in the second half. A lot less team effort and a lot more kind of one person running up the field, catching it, throwing it back, running up and catching it again.
That's a good point there, Theo. Do you would you put that down to sheer tiredness or just some other dynamic on the field?
I'd say it's because of the defensive intensity having stepped up a little bit. So there's a lot of get out of jail free cards being thrown essentially. So hucks to the break side, bit rolly, but the receivers are getting free enough. And then once they catch it, you know, they can just go and transition from there without setting up the offense. So they are always another option available. Hence the amount of individual plays that have been happening.
Fantastic insight there, Theo.
Thank you.
Just an aside before the pool goes up again, I just want you to take note of the Dogma head fashion currently. The next time you see Ben Keller on the field, just take away note of what he's wearing. 92. He's currently on the sideline though. I also like to point out Fernando's man bun and just some neck attire that seem to be adorned currently by the Dogma crowd. Sounds like there's the zone has come on again. They've got again the wind is going from bottom left to top right. Oh, such a good bid there from Joe.
Great
Groot have gotten out of jail.
Going deep.
Sorry, I got excited. Beautiful footwork there. Beautiful footwork. Group are taking stock with a bit of a slowing down the play. May have slowed down a bit too much. In fact, he's stopped, hasn't he? I hope he's
The play
okay.
has indeed stopped, and so is that person. Looks like an injury. He's doing a bit of stretch. It's possibly just a minor strain, you know.
I'm not sure if there was a foul call or anything on the field. It looks like they may have been.
Injury call, but he's going to stay.
Team out, Groot. Team out. Get back, Groot.
If you go injury, you have to sub I have
Yes, so
my accreditation.
Get big, Groot. Get it back.
Looking for the break side.
Oh, man.
Cut initially. Defense is putting on a lot of pressure on those early unders. Players not feeling comfortable releasing the disc to anyone unless it's on the break side to it with a leading pass. Ooh. Oh, Eric Richards gets out of jail with that one. To Sanders. He's going to look for a forehand or a hammer. Forehand or a hammer. Oh, he throws the backhand. And that's the net result of his backhand. That's unfortunate.
now, as we can see, Ollie is being shouted at by number 23. He's not quite switched on to the fact that they're now on defense, but you know. Now, sorry, my fellow listeners, but
That's not how fellow works. You realize?
Yeah.
That has been
Sometimes
called
you make mistakes.
down.
Now, during this last stoppage here, Nick Bealby and I will leave you as we have a game of our own to go warm up for.
Yeah.
So thank you for having us, and we will
Best
see
of luck,
you
gents.
later.
Thanks very much for your illustrious commentary.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow if we have another bye. So we may see you guys again.
Great. Cheers. Have a good game, guys. Good luck. And in the commentary box now, we have a mildly sedated Andy Oliver, who is supposed to join me in the commentary box for the start of the game, but thankfully Nick and Theo stepped in.
Yeah, they have probably better banter than I do, actually. I'm just loving life, the way of the fairies. So it's Eric and Joe with the give go.
Oh,
Straight
beautiful
into the front of
movement.
the end zone.
Travel called. Oh, not in. Still looking to jam it in the jam hole. It's like strawberry flavour to that jam, I believe. Oh, Joe gets away with it.
Yep.
That was a wonderful, wonderful bit of play there. I'd say the footwork was a bit wanting, but the end result for Dogma is all you can ask for.
Joe's working hard, just mopping up all of Eric's poor passes today. He's having to work hard to make them all fit.
Score is 10-6 to Dogma. Here's hoping Groot can... We can check. The wind's been blowing it around. My apologies. Score is 7 to 10.
Yeah.
No, it's 6-10. The wind says so. It's 5-10 now. Here we go.
This wind here today is just fluctuating a little bit. It's just picking up, causing a bit of havoc with the scoreboard. Marks all over it though.
It's as moody as an Oliver. Okay, let's hope that Groot can rally a little bit and get back in this game.
So we've got Toby going up with the pull.
Slight foot fault there, but that's okay. It's only round robin play.
Dogma are looking a little bit tired on the chase.
Groot working
Oh,
through the
just as
motion.
up to
Billy with the inside out backhand doesn't quite lift off the ground enough. Yeah, looked like a set play.
If it just had a little bit more touch on it, I think it would have come off and been quite a decent play.
Sutherland calling to Grogan.
Oh,
Good defense there. Absolutely fantastic defense.
number 7 there, I think, is Hamish.
Armstrong with a beautiful backhand. Easy score there. Scores their offensive point.
Makes it 10-8 to Dogma. Looks like Hamish Gibson's just got a bit of a calf strain that he's trying to walk off. Not looking too pleased with himself.
Just a scratch, just a scratch.
Everyone knows he acts like a little bit of a baby sometimes.
Oh, you know that's not true.
He's probably going to kick me in the back for that later on today.
I've seen him felled by the best that some defence can give here in Ultimate. Shoulders to the head. He always bounces and comes back.
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit of extra padding that he's put on. So I think he's maybe become wise. And
the pull goes up. Oh, beautiful float there. I think he's finally got the read of that wind. Sanders with the flick. Oh, it's not quite as long as it should have been.
it's great defence there by 56 of Groot. Looks like could be a set play coming up from Groot. Taking a while, or they just could be a little bit tired.
Oh my gosh!
Massive layout D by Joe.
He did get in front of him, but I'm not sure. There might have been contact as they were both going for the bid. In real time, it was very difficult to see from sideline.
It's uncontested foul.
I have some information from the wise ones on high. That was actually uncontested foul though. Sam nearly got a hand to that. Nice little shoulder nudge from number 11.
So we got a pick call. This is going back.
Yep. The wind is now starting to swirl as you're watching. It is now coming from directly from the bottom screen, blowing towards the top.
Big hammer goes up.
Groot taking advantage. The wondrous upside down throw there. Scores a 9-10.
Groot's really rallied out of the half and bringing it to Dogma. What size are you? I got tape also. You just have to buy them from him.
If anyone in Media Land has a spare chair, the cameraman needs to have a wee sit down.
Kids these days, they don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't. Pull's gone up. Good chase. It's gone out.
Joe's moving over to the disc. Joe Pannier. He's got to bring it up to the brick mark.
There are teams that have a strategy at times where they want to see the offense set up, and so they will intentionally have it go out of the field of play. It's quite a good move when in the start of the game, but I don't think that's the case here.
Yeah, no, I think they've got the measure for each other now, and they're just starting to try
Sam
new
Lennox
things.
is completely open, under now. Some great pressure there from Groot. Oh!
Oh, Joe gets it through the gap.
Looking for the break, beautiful break option.
Yeah, it's a pick called.
Good dump option there from number 8. Geez, he's got some bright shoes, doesn't he?
He's got some super bright shoes. If you got shoes like that, you better be good. You draw attention to yourself.
I would call him Kalani Iranon.
Are we going for a Game of Thrones reference here?
No,
or?
that's his actual name.
That's his actual name? Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice guy. Real nice guy. Good player too.
Yeah.
Get back to Flounder. Handlers are having a little bit of trouble cycling. Defense is on strong. Looking for the dump option. Oh!
And he brings it down after fumbling with the one hand, and it looked like it was a stall 9 get out of jail free card from Flounder.
Yeah, that was. It was. It truly was. It really was. Score is now 11-9. You know, I always feel a little bit iffy about calling the score early, just in case there's a call on the play.
Yeah, but I think luckily today we haven't had anything.
12-9? It might be because the wind's been blowing it around. If you got it at 12, I'll believe you. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't blow the computer screen around much, does it? No. Okay. 12-9. Yeah, sorry there, Groot sideline. The wind seems to dash your hopes a little bit. Pull goes up. Great chase there early from Richards. Flounder.
Oh, massive chase by Eric there.
Groot having capitalised on the low throw, and they're kind of stuck on their
Looks like Dogma's
zone line.
throwing a bit of a zone here with a poach on the break
beautiful
throw.
hammer there. Great placement there from Hamish Gibson. Oh, that was a cheeky around flick. Beautiful movement. Great grab.
Oh,
Continuation to Armstrong. There's no stress at all. Scoring that point.
Nice. We're now at 12-10.
It's in Nick Whitelock.
So we've got the Christchurch Chicks versus
A little bit more vim and vigour in the Groot camp after a couple of great plays.
looks like they've got their heads about them again and picked them up and giving Dogma a really good run for their money. Starting to have a game on our hands now.
So just when you're looking across as a person who's on the offensive line, when you're looking at your defense, you really want them to not be shuffling their feet too much. And right now, Groot, they're all nervous energy. That's correct. Yeah. I'm actually hoping to see some big plays here on this next defensive point here for Groot. I'm trying not to say bad things.
Groot's got a young line on the field there. Not a bad pose.
Plenty of time for Dogma to get into position. Early deep cuts, early undercuts.
Oh,
Who's got it? Who's got it? Oh, Rene. I think it's French or Italian. Might be German.
Could be Greek.
Could be Greek.
No one knows.
It's all Greek to me.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's going to call that. Somebody's going to call that. For those people watching, that looked as though it was down as the the trailing edge, actually, because it was inside out, may have been hitting the grass.
So
it's called down, even though we couldn't tell with our snickometer. Quickly into position, 2 deep cuts, 1 open cut from Grayson Lee. Pumps twice. Looking for his reset. Beautiful backhand.
Lovely reset.
Trust his receiver. He's got it covered. That's stressing. No, calls off the cutter. Jamming it into the jam hole again. It's gone up. Oh,
We've got Joe.
Tawley versus not so Tawley. Oh!
Went for the greatest out the back of the end zone and no one was there to back him up.
He word on the street is he was a little bit out of bounds. It's really his call, I'd say. That and the lines.
Joe's brought it up to the line.
Beautiful hard running from both teams. Chest heaving. Oh, Callahan.
Don't think Toby's going to live that one down for a very long time.
Sideline is stunned. Are there any calls on the play? No.
Callahan stands now at 11-12 to Dogma.
Score is 12-11 to Dogma. Oh no! Yeah.
What team did you guys start this half?
Down there.
Yep, this is right. Yep. What was the score?
Well, because people are telling us what to do, and then Just a bit of a mistake.
Pull's gone up. It's a lovely pull. Declan there to bring it down. So the Groot downfield are really shutting it down. Oh, Sam brings down that floaty. Justin dishing it off to Joe. Joe is assessing his options right now. Oh, miscommunication now on the dump. Groot moving it up the field nice and easy. Another pick called. It's good to see the great use of the hand signals. Everyone gets to know what's going on. So there's another pick call. Everyone's running hard, getting tangled up with each other. Or Dogma downfield doing a good job of shutting down that up line. Oh, we're going big D play by Justin there.
Justin Lee just smacks that out of the sky. Beautiful heads up D there.
Justin's only been playing for 2 years now. This is his second wham.
Hopefully there's some undercuts. I would say it's pressure there, but looks like a little bit of tiredness on the Dogma offense at the moment. Oh, that's a beautiful pull down. Joe's looking at that backhand. He's floated it up.
Might be a bit too much float on it. Sam brings it down.
Nuts, pulls it down, just sort of the line. That's pretty damn exciting.
Nice floaty pass. Easy to bring down by Spider there.
Timeout called by Dogma Credo Dogma. We have it as 13-11, but yeah.
So timeout a call. Looks like Groot doing a bit of a regroup again. Hamish Gibson will be giving them a bit of a word. Really wanting to get them the fire up to come out. And
hopefully it's 3 positive words and 1 negative word. It's a good formula, that one.
it's a great formula. Seems to work for the best of us. We got Mark here looking at...
there's a bit of... Let's do some word association just to fill the time.
Yeah, why not?
How about Guardian? I think we've given Groot 1 extra point. They should, yes. How are people watching this? It's live stream on YouTube. Okay. If we have made an error in the score, can you please leave a comment under the game stream? Just what the actual score is. We think it's 13-11. Some of us do, but count back on the points since half means that we're actually one off.
So yeah, we think we've possibly given Groot one too many.
Okay, so so those 42 people that are watching, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying this game this afternoon, or this morning, or this evening, depending on what part of the country, the world you're in. But we don't know what the score is. We weren't paying attention. We just got too excited with all the layout bids and the callbacks and the spirited plays and the hats. Did I mention the fashion?
Fashion's great round here. We've got straw hats going. We've got some old
Bandanas.
school 2007 championship hats rolling around as well.
That's still new to him, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's his new
Dave
hat.
Sanders is pretty ancient now these days. Yeah, just told me Grandmasters. Oh,
Grandmaster's age. Dave Sanders. Oh, that.
oh, the wind is just messing with the scoreboard. I think it's.
I'm really looking forward to when Groot mature a little bit and
Yeah.
their head fashion sense matures with them.
Let's go, Dogma. Work hard.
Oh, big run through D by Richard Fernando there, aka Nando.
Oh, Tom with a haymaker. Does he get pulled down? Oh, bookends from Richard Fernando. And we've got a funny looking sideline running on. They're making some sort of hand gesture with their hands on their heads.
I feel they're possibly doing dog ears, but it looks a little bit weird. I think it needs a bit
It
of
is
work
Team
there.
Dogma, though.
It is Team Dogma, yes.
It's quite insightful of you.
I'm about to hit this mic on top of Mark's head now. He's getting a bit cheeky, old man.
Score is 14-11. Man of the moment, Richard Fernando. Couple of words.
It's just really great to see the team do.
And thank you, Fernando. Couple of words. He just took the liberty, really, didn't he? Added a couple more on. Great play there. Great play, though. Groot sideline is doing some ooga, 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 chaka. I apologise for the...
It's a song that's related
Interpretation
to Guardians of the Galaxy, the first soundtrack.
Pull's going up. Richardson with a high
Oh, the wind's caught it and
pull,
taking
not much
it out.
power behind it. He was looking for placement, I think. Gently placed it out of bounds. That'll come back in the brick mark if Gibbo knows what's good for him.
So the team's been giving Eric a little bit of stick lately with his pulls. They're saying that he doesn't have the balls to put a big IO out into the wind.
Well, he definitely put IO into the wind. It just wasn't quite as big as we were hoping. Okay, zone defense. Gibbo's looking for his options. Quick little pop pass, no continuation.
You guys stay in the gap, James. Stay in the gap. Air dropping. Speedway, that's all you got.
Bit of movement there from Groot.
So Dogma have now switched to man from their zone. Phil hasn't realised that they've actually gone to man. He's now picked up his man.
Phil Renice. I think it's Italian.
Could be Russian, you know.
Russian. So Renich.
Rennick.
Right, back to the play. Oh, Gibson takes us off the disc.
He's looking
Bounces
for
out of his fingertips.
I think he's just looking for that next pass. An error that we all make from time to time.
Slow set up there from Dogma with the Credo shirts.
Eric with the dump pass to Dave Sanders.
Hoping for a hammer. Oh, puts the forehand up instead.
He's got James there, going to bring it
It's
down.
live.
And
That
brings it
was
down.
amazing. Beautiful play there. Great bid from the defense. A hard loss for Groot. hopefully they'll take something from that and come back stronger on Sunday. Good win to Dogma.
Yep, so Groot was seeded second coming into this tournament, and Dogma was seeded third. This was always going to be a great match, and it didn't disappoint at all.
I'm not the least bit disappointed there, Andy Oliver.
No, neither am I, Mark VDPC.
Word on the street is we're done. Yeah, I'd like to thank the commentators. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you all as well for tuning in, and thanks to the two teams for putting on a great battle.
It's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Good night.
Good night.